Hi, everyone. I'm David Wojcik, and this is MBOT TV. Stories we covered this week. The Minister of Transportation, Carolyn Mulroney, addresses MBOT members. Mississauga MPs hold a town hall to discuss the upcoming budget. Where are the COVID hotspots in Mississauga? And our lightning round with Brad Butt.
The Mississauga Economic Recovery Group would like to acknowledge and thank all of our sponsors. For more information, please visit our website.
MBOT hosted a virtual town hall with the Honorable Carolyn Mulroney, Provincial Minister of Transport and Francophone Affairs. Minister Mulroney explained the government's future-proof plan and the funding of over $84 billion in infrastructure projects over the next 10 years, which include the proposed Highway 413.
People traveling the entire length of this new highway during rush hour would save about 30 minutes, not 30 seconds as some claim, compared to the time it would take along highways 401 and 400. This time saved will improve people's quality of life and allow them to spend more time doing the things that matter the most to them, like spending time with their loved ones. Once completed, the GTA West Highway and Transit Corridor would help goods travel faster to and through the Greater Toronto Area, significantly boosting Ontario and Canada's economy.
MBOT hosted a virtual town hall with our Mississauga members of parliament, Ikra Khalid, Peter Fonseca, and the Honorable Omar Alghabra, Minister of Transport, were panel participants. They discussed what they hope to see in the upcoming budget, such as childcare, and also addressed the elephant in the room, the people's trust in our government's decisions.
Governments want to avoid missing something when they're making decisions. However, governments have decided during this pandemic, we throw this out the window. We expose ourselves. We're willing to make decisions quickly based on the level of information we have, even though we know that it might expose us to criticism as we discover more information later on. But we thought, and we still believe that's the right thing to do because we needed to act quickly. And it's true. Based on evolving science and information, we've changed decisions, whether it's on public health and whether it's on economic situations, because we're willing to act quickly, but also be willing to be humble about our decisions and change our mind as we learn.
To slow the spread of the COVID virus and protect communities with the highest rates of transmission, Ontario is rolling out vaccines to hotspots and regions across the province as part of phase 2 of the COVID-19 vaccine distribution plan. Both Peel and Toronto will begin vaccinations for residents age 18 and over in designated postal code areas. Mobile teams and pop-up clinics will administer vaccines in high-risk congregate settings, residential buildings, and faith-based locations in hotspot neighborhoods. Peel Health will provide more information in the coming weeks. In addition, a Mississauga Board of Trade merge initiative will see essential workers in high-risk business settings get an on-the-job shot in the arm of vaccine at their place of work. We'll be back with the lightning round and Brad Butt right after you find out how you can save money with your employee benefits and the Chambers Plan.
The Chambers Plan now offers employee benefit programs with greater selection, higher coverage levels, and more value than ever before. Take another look and see why we're the choice of more small businesses than any other plan in Canada. The Chambers Plan, it's for your benefit.
It's time for the lightning round with Brad Butt. Brad, are you ready to go?
Yeah, let's roll.
All right, spring break is upon us, but we have a stay-at-home order. How is this sitting with parents that are running businesses?
Well, of course, when they moved the original spring break from March to this week now in April, that was met with a lot of concerns and problems, both from educators as well as parents. But here we are in spring break. Yeah, it's going to be a tough week for families at home this week. Kids can't be going out and congregating, and they'll certainly be staying at home. It's going to be a rough week for a lot of people.
Brad, Shoppers Drug Mart and Rexall and other pharmacies are having the vaccine in their shops. How's it going? What's the rollout? Are there more pharmacies being added?
So the government did announce over the weekend that 700 more pharmacies throughout the province will be able to administer a vaccine. So that's certainly a good thing. The more points that people can go to get the vaccine, certainly the better. And we know that pharmacies are well trained to administer these vaccines. The bigger issue is going to be supply. This is not a good week for supply. Only Pfizer is coming in this week, and the provincial numbers are depleting rapidly.
The Life Sciences Ontario sent an open letter to the Prime Minister. What's on their mind?
Well, they're obviously continuing to be very concerned about the federal government's policies as it relates to medicine pricing, the impact on other government decisions as it relates to the investment of research and development by pharmaceutical companies. And even though we've had some good news around vaccinations being done here locally in Canada, there are many impediments to a strong, vibrant life sciences sector, and the Prime Minister and the government need to act.
Brad, the leaders of the opposition or the opposition parties at the federal level, looks like they're getting ready for an election. What are you hearing? Well,
over the weekend, both the federal Liberals and the federal New Democrats held policy conventions, and obviously the base of their parties voiced issues that they're concerned about and policies they'd like to see their parties run on in the next federal election. However, it did sound very much from the NDP that they are just going to continue to support the federal Liberals going forward, regardless of what they do. So I wouldn't count on a federal election this spring.
Speaking of that, we've got a budget coming up on April 19th from the federal government. What do you think? You say maybe no election, maybe there will be an election. What can we expect from both positions?
I don't think the budget this time is going to trigger an election. I had speculated that they might put a poison pill in there that the opposition parties just couldn't live with. I don't see it happening, but I think the one thing you're going to get, and this is probably the 5th or 6th time that the federal Liberals have promised it, I think you'll have an announcement in the budget on a national child care plan.
That's it for the lightning round. Brad, we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, David.
And now for our upcoming events listing with Stephanie Giorgio. Stephanie.
Thank you, David. And here's what's coming up at your Mississauga Board of Trade. On April 22nd, we welcome Jeff Legier, president of Shoppers Drug Mart, for our From the Corner office fireside chat. On May 5th, Membership Matters is at MBOT, a session for new members to discover all the great benefits that your Mississauga Board of Trade has to offer. Seasoned members are always welcome to stop by for a refresher. On May 12th, Good Morning Mississauga is virtual. Join us and connect with Mississauga businesses. Don't forget to book a speaker spot. Where else can you make 100 cold calls in just 2 minutes? On May 13th, we host Jane Chung, president of AstraZeneca Canada, for a virtual fireside chat for our Women's Leadership event. And save the date for our annual Golf Classic, 9, Dine, and Network. On July 12th, we celebrate MBOT's 60th anniversary, and we tee off at Lionhead Golf for 9 holes of fun. Whether you're a golfer or not, this event has something for you. Visit mbot.com/events to purchase your foursome or single ticket. Back to you, David.
Thanks, Stephanie. If you have any questions about how to register for an event, increase awareness for your business, or have your company featured on MBOT TV, contact your membership services manager by calling 905-273-6151 and press 0 to get connected. Details about these stories and events are available at www.mbot.com. Until next week, this is David Voitrick, wishing you continued success in your business.